Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to make this the first of several announcements. I've just got back from Australia, Brisbane specifically, on my travels, and there's a lot of work that's been going on in the background, and I'm going to be making several announcements today, but this is the first. So you'll see attached to this, there is going to be a couple of links which are going to give you some information. But the gist of what's going on at the moment is that, as we all know, we've had to put our funds and trust into businesses' hands in order to try and generate some response and obviously generate profits, etc. And that hasn't been an easy thing over the last 5 to 6 years. So we've been spending some time looking at various options, and we being my business colleagues, James Pizzolides, John Smith, Grant Baum, and have decided to take matters into our own hands. So John and Grant have been working very diligently behind the scenes to maybe look at ways of trying to improve all aspects of what those other businesses, be it USI, etc., have failed at doing. So things such as support, technical abilities and technical support, all of the things that we found were lacking. So I'm delighted to say that although this is a little premature, good evening, James, I see you just watching in, things are moving at a fair pace. And so I'm delighted to announce that we've actually now got our own business, our own platform that John and Grant are going to head up and control. They are gradually going to be rolling this out, and what I want to do is really get this information out to you as quickly as I possibly can. It's very simple. It's a means, and I've put a post in the Facebook group this morning, but it's a means of being able to generate cryptocurrency on autopilot. You don't need to be an expert. And let me give you maybe a little bit of meat to the bone as far as how it's been structured. So there is already in place support team. You're going to need to allow them in a technical aspect to set things up for you. We wanted to take that element away because we understand everybody's proficiency on IT and computers is different. But this is going to be a simple means for you to be able to decide, yes, I want to put some money in. It is in the crypto space. I'm going to be holding a webinar next Monday. That's a week today. The reason we're delaying it is partly because we're breaking this news early. It's not going to be fully up and running and rolling out for another 4 to 5 weeks, but I wanted to give my team an opportunity of taking a look at what's going on. I have to say it's very, very exciting. I've been involved financially for the last 10 to 11 days testing things. You'll see I've put a post in the group that in that period of time, I've generated 0.44 of Bitcoin completely on autopilot. I have to go in admittedly once a day and move my money from the back office to my wallet. That's money that could have been withdrawn and spent. That's about $3,030. And of course, that's not necessarily a typical account, but that will give you an idea of the sort of profits that you can start to see. So we're going to tell you an awful lot more next Monday. But in the meantime, what I can say is that we've basically wanted to try and push in this particular direction to take the trust element away. We've looked at a variety of different business options, and John and Grant have found a mechanism that they tried and tested previously with a third party and felt that they could do it better. And we've talked obviously at great length about things that weren't great previously in other companies, the support and so on. So all that structure is in place. There's going to be a call center that you can call into if you need any assistance. There's technical guys there and experts that have been recruited and employed to give us a steer on the better cryptocurrency to get involved with. But I'm not going to go into too much more detail at the moment. What I would ask you to do is there'll be a link over to the right of this, which you'll see, which will be to register for Monday's webinar. It is going to be 6 p.m. Pacific, mainly because the World Cup is on. England are playing on Monday. So I've delayed the webinar until well after that, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time. But it's on a recorded link. So you'll be able to get up. Those of you in the UK aren't going to watch it live. It will be recorded. But you'll also see, for the first time, we're going to stream live here, straight into Facebook, into the group. So when you get up in the morning, there should be a Facebook Live here with the whole presentation. The websites are built. They should be done and finished within the next 2 to 3 days. There will be a full presentation explaining it. And quite simply, all you're going to need to do is have a look at it, see what you think. By all means, we can then do private one-on-one calls to show you my back office and so on, which we're probably not going to publicize in the public domain. It's very simple. It's what we would class as medium risk, depending on the coins that you wish to select between medium and high risk. But of course, when you select a risk option in that area, the rewards match that. So it just depends on where you would prefer to sit. So in the meantime, to give you a little bit more information, there's a second link just to the side of this, which will give you some information on masternodes. Take a look at that link. Don't worry about understanding it all. It's not important. All you really want to get an understanding of is that masternodes have been around for some time, around about 2 years. The Dash coin that you will have heard of really was the first coin that introduced masternodes. And it's given us an ability to go in, buy a large volume of whatever coin it may be that our technical experts believe has got some great utility purpose behind it, get involved in an early stage. And what we have seen is that when you get involved in the right coins right at the early stages and the initial concept, they go up significantly in value. So you're buying the coin, you're getting a daily return from those coins being mined. That gets paid to you every day. You can withdraw that every day. First aim is, of course, to recover your funds that you've paid out for the coins. Once you've done that, you then own the coins, you've got all your money back, and you're receiving a daily return. Those daily returns are the sort of figures I mentioned right at the start here. So depending on the nodes that you want to buy, what those coins are, what they pay out on a daily value, and the technical experts that John and Grant have employed will make sure that obviously you're in good hands as far as that advice. So really it's a turnkey solution to enable you to get into the crypto space, to get a return, to buy an asset, to hold the asset, and to be being paid every single day whilst you sleep. Webinar is on next Monday. Links by the side. Click on it. It will be streamed live so you can watch the recording. And I look forward to giving you more updates today. There's a lot of information we're going to be bringing to you about other things that obviously we've been talking to the group about. But this is going to be the first time where we've actually got rid of that third party, taken it on board ourselves. Responsibility stops with us. And we've always said from day one, the only way at the end of the day that if you don't want to get involved in a large amount of risk and put your money in another company's hands is to do it yourself. Congrats to John and Grant who've got this up and running. And I'm delighted to be working with them very closely together with James. And all will be revealed in detail on Monday. If you want any more information in the meantime, please put a message below this or private message me. Thanks very much for tuning in.